Okay, this is all bleached out. I think it might have been yellow at one time. I cannot tell. Okay. But this is the discharge valve, discharge piping for the temperature pressure relief valve for the water heater. And it's not supposed to discharge farther from the ground than 6 inches. We're not going to open the water heater valve today because the unit itself looks like it's 14 years old. It doesn't look like the valve's ever been replaced. So it's too high from the ground. That's the water heater. We're having a water heater video here. I understand that my client is from another part of the country where they might expect to see straps on a water heater tank. And this part of the country, we don't have that. Those straps are not necessary here. It's not a problem. Over here we got our temperature pressure relief valve, and again, because of its age and stuff, we're not going to open that. This is our drain pipe for the temperature pressure relief valve. It should have an air gap for it in the same room as the water heater. The water heater has care and use manual. That's a good thing. Our gas piping has a sediment trap. That's a good thing. It's electronic ignition. That's a good thing. That's our safety pan. A good thing. These are all good things. Now we come up here, our piping, our flue, is not supposed to be sealed with tape. It's supposed to be mechanically sealed. You shouldn't have to use tape to seal it. And we're not getting a real good seal here. Look at there. There's a hole in the pipe. That's where the exhaust comes out of the garage and kills you. Carbon monoxide poisoning. This is where it comes from. It comes from here and it kills you. That's what it does. Alright? That needs to be sealed. It's not going to cost a lot of money. That's not a big thing. It's an easy fix. And it's a lot cheaper than a funeral. Okay, now the piping coming in, the connecting piping coming into the water heater like this, that insulation should continue all the way down to the tank. You're losing a lot of heat that you paid for. You paid for heat and then you give it to the garage. You paid for heat and then you give it to the garage. And those should be insulated right there. And just like this temperature pressure relief valve, that's a good thing. I hardly ever see those insulated. I call that out all the time, but that's not a problem right there. Look at that guy. So this is our care and use manual. It tells us that we've got a 50-gallon water heater. Probably not 50 gallons now. Go on YouTube and look up cutting open old water heater, see the size. Put a nice long Google on it. You'll Google it, you'll find it. Manufactured in 2010. Water heaters last about 10 years. This has lasted about 24 years. This water heater has done everything you expected it to do. Anybody expected it to do. You might move in and get hot water for a week. That's a gift. You might get hot water for a month or longer. Months. Years. Whatever this water heater gives you is a gift because it's already done everything anybody ever expected it to do. And this needs to be fixed.